broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Up to 18 miles per hour from the southwest. Bunt shown by V-Hill. It's going to get to first, and he won't tag him, so that advances the runner.
2-2 count. There's a pitch. That one's going to go into right field. Catch is not made. It gets through. Teeker had to hold up, but he takes off. Vados over to second. Teeker on the high horse. Vados with the triple, RBI triple.
Smashed out to left field. That one's hitting the signboard. It's just a little bit short, but Aaliyah Alvarado gets the scoring going here for the Rio Rancho Rams as they take a lead 1-0 on an Aaliyah Alvarado pulled shot.
And he did. There's a line drive, base hit into left field. Matheson is getting waved home. Here comes the third of the plate, cut off and thrown, and he is out.
To it, and Marcos Martinez does not catch up to it. Still coming in to score. This is going to be a play at the plate. Running into the ball on his way in is Damon McCree. And now the play at the plate. Did he get him? No! All the runners come around.
And AM 610, the game is tied at 5. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Price keeps going up and up and up. You keep waiting, and you know it's going to go up, and yet you don't get it done, and the price goes up. And then what happens is the price goes up, and it's going to cost you. Oh, and you've done this year after year after year. I mean, it's got to be cool to have money to burn. It's got to be cool to know that you're going to spend money, but just decide, I want to spend more. It's got, look, there were two big winners in the NFL yesterday. Two big winners. One of them was TJ Watt because he got paid. The other one was Micah Parsons. Good morning, boy, and he didn't get paid yet. So the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Ho! Happy Friday. Good to be back in the saddle. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
Just whirlwind. Got to sit on the tarmac. I think it was like 50 or 67 minutes or something. Just once you get out there and just sit there in that hot, because it's really nice and cool in Vegas coming home. But good to be back. I got a lot to talk about from Media Day and what was said, and it's a weird one, the Mountain West Media Day. But good to be back. Life grooving? Good Friday?
It's grooving.
All right. You think I'm wrong? Two guys won yesterday. TJ Watt got a 3-year extension for $123 million, which is 41 point whatever a year. And Micah Parsons, because he's just sitting back on, all right. I mean, either I'm next or I'm soon to be next. And I guess Hendrickson to the Bengals also, Trey Hendrickson. But those are your winners, man. One dude got paid and the other guy's just sitting back and said yesterday, look, man, all these other guys are getting paid and you want me to take less because you decided to wait? He says, management does what they do, and there's miscommunication, and I just every single year, and I don't mean to make this about the Cowboys, but it's hard for me sitting here in this situation, and certainly in this market, to not. T.J. Watt became the latest highest-paid non-quarterback in the history of the National Football League when he signed his deal, $123 million, but at north of $41 million a year. Jamar Chase made $40.25 million a year. Myles Garrett, $40 million. When Max Crosby signed earlier this year, it was like $35 million was the going rate for the pass rusher, and then it's gone up. I just you're going to sign him if you're Jerry Jones. For the life of me, and I know we've spent way too much time talking about it, but this just illustrated to me again.
There's nothing else to say about it. Right? There's nowhere else to spin it. Like, this is a player that's going to be in the conversation for the next contract that has to be the biggest. And if you get it done, then someone else is going to surpass it. Like, you're going to have to pay franchise players big time money. Now, do they really feel that Michael Parsons isn't one of those guys? Then have conversations about moving him. Like, I don't think Michael Parsons is in the same category as T.J. Watt or Myles Garrett, and so I wouldn't want to pay him that way. But now that you've waited to this point, the way Parsons feels about himself, the deals that we've seen, and yeah, he's going to be like, all right, give me $42 million per year, $115 million guarantee. It goes up and up and up, but the next one doesn't always have to be the biggest. Garrett Wilson's wasn't the biggest contract signed.
Well,
a large contract.
The players got to understand that.
But
the market still rises, no matter what whether you're going to break the market or not. The ceiling rises.
It rises
the
longer you wait,
market.
and we all know that, but Dallas doesn't.
It's interesting you say that, because I think I agree with you that Micah Parsons is not T.J. Watt, that is not Myles Garrett, that probably isn't Max. Well, I don't think he's Max Crosby. I think he's really good. I think it was funny. We shelved quarterbacks, right? There's Mahomes on the top. Then there's that next shelf with Allen and Lamar and Burrow, and maybe Jaden Daniels. Right? We do that, and I'm not sure we do that with everybody else. But if you did with edge rushers, I do believe he'd be on the next shelf, right? Do you believe he's the top shelf guy?
I don't.
Right, but if the player does, and if the player's agent does, and certainly the player in this case, Michael Parsons, if the player has put himself in that place, then I don't know that you're going to be able to talk him off of it when it comes to negotiations. And listening to him, it sounds like, man, Max got his, and Trey's going to get his, and Miles got his, and just because you waited, you think I'm going to take less? Like, he's putting himself in that conversation. And he said there's miscommunication coming from ownership. If the miscommunication is, I think I'm that dude, and they don't, I'm not sure that that's miscommunication. Look, he's 26 years old. He's Micah Parsons. He's in the final year of his rookie deal. Okay, he told the media before, CBS is reporting, that he's looking for a contract. This was before yesterday when T.J. Watt got his, with an average value of over $40 million a year. The market exploded. Max Crosby, 3 at $106.5 million. Danielle Hunter, 1 year, $35.6. Myles Garrett, 4 for $160 million. If he is decided he's in that echelon, that conversation, I'm not sure how you talk that guy out of it, and how you get a deal done. And maybe that is what's holding it up. To the Joneses' credit, I guess, is they don't believe he's that dude, and we'll pay you $35 million, but we're not paying you $42 a year. That could be the conversation. And if that's the case, and he plays maybe his rookie, he finishes down, he goes to free agency.
I don't know if we get to that point. I don't think Michael Parsons steps on the field just on a one-year deal. I don't think that's ever going to happen with Parsons or any of these guys.
So what do you do? Where's the compromise?
You hold out.
So he holds out and just doesn't play and doesn't make any money. Yeah.
Because if you're Michael Parsons, and this is where his argument wins, it's like, what more do you need to see from me?
Yeah.
I'm not going out there on a final year of my contract with no guaranteed money, with no guarantees, and we know one play can change everything.
Micah Parsons, quote, they numbers, talking about the other guys, right? TJ Watt and Myles Garrett and those guys. They numbers got nothing to do with mine, and my numbers ain't got nothing to do with them. Like, I'm younger than Hendrickson. I mean, Hutchins is coming off an injury. Everyone's circumstances is completely different. Hutch is coming off his third year. Usually guys wait 4 years. So it all depends. Watt, I mean, he's up there with Myles. So you know it's different. Everyone's circumstance is different. That was his quote. TJ Watt's 31. Micah Parsons is 26. Is 31 up there? It's probably his last gigantic deal. It kind of feels like he's in his prime to me, doesn't it? I mean, where's your prime now? 26 to 33?
Yeah.
Unless you're running back, and then it's 26 to 29, right? Your prime gets sliced. So, I mean, the player certainly does not sound like he thinks he's anything but the top guy. Now, where's the money coming from, man? You got to fit it in the cap. CeeDee Lamb got paid. Your quarterback, Dak Prescott, got paid. I mean, we're all saying, what are they waiting for? And they should have come in early. They could have got this thing done at $35 million probably. And now I don't think they can, and I don't think they want to go this high, and it's all on them. It is. Tons to do on a Friday, boys and girls. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. 505-246-0610. Your emails will come in today like they always do. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. Adrian's producing the TV show. You can watch us on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. We're on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. And, of course, on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. We've got a sweet deal for you. Nick Nee is scheduled to join us with the Open Championship going on right now. They're playing the second round in Northern Ireland. 8:30, we're scheduled to touch base with the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club and have a conversation about what's going on. My TV's all jacked up, man. The screen, I gotta figure this out as I watch it, but I'll get you scores and leaderboard when we get back because there's a lot going on there. Lots to unpack from Mountain West Conference Media Days. JJ had a really good conversation with Bronco Mendenhall yesterday. Did not record it. It was one where I just went up and I had a conversation. I'll share some of it with you. Some of it I won't, but I'll share the gist with you. It was really, really, it might have been the best conversation I've ever had off the air. Or let me rephrase that. Might have been the best conversation I've ever had with Bronco Mendenhall. The most amount of warmth. How about that? And I'll give you some of what he had to say. So we'll do that when we get back. We'll unpack some of the Mountain West Media Day stuff. 505-246-0610. Looking for any jewelry at all. I don't whether it's an engagement ring, a necklace, a pair of diamond stud earrings. My watch was, they took care of my watch over at John Thomas Jewelers. Whatever it is, do yourself a favor and go by and see why John Thomas Jewelers is the best jewelry store in town. The second I walked in the door, I understood it. And then I got the tour and I saw the design center and the whole thing. There is no parallel. And what they're doing now with the no regrets engagement ring is crazy. So how do you know she's going to love the ring that you propose with? Like, you think she's loving it. Oh, it's beautiful. And they told me it's great, but everybody's got their own taste. The no regrets engagement ring takes all the risk out of this. So any ring you buy at John Thomas Jewelers, or any ring you design, and any ring you design there, you'll see it in 3D. They'll preview it for you if you want in 3D printed wax before they make it in precious metals. But if she wants something different, you've got an entire year to redesign it after you propose. No penalty. Not even on custom-made rings. Their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty, and their diamonds are hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. It's the diamond, the diamond. Well, of course there's diamonds in it. The exclusive no regrets engagement ring. It is only at John Thomas Jewelers. Go by and see them. You'll understand what I'm talking about. It's on the third floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. See why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 5 straight years. Voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
Jim Rome take.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard.
Sportsbook.
Well, media days are in the books, at least for the Mountain West Conference. I guess Conference USA and SEC and most of them, right? I said we got Big Ten still to go. ACC still to go. Opening drive is in your ear on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. The Open Championship is underway. They're playing it at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, and an American is at the top of the leaderboard. Brian Harmon is at -7. He's played 16 holes today, 5 under on the day, 7 under for the tournament, and he is 1 stroke better than Haotong Lee, who is 1 stroke back, and then Terrell Hatton and Rasmus Højgaard at -5. Harris English at 5 under. Tony Finau at 4 under. Your leader at -7. Scotty Scheffler still to start. He will go off here at about 8-10 hour time. He is 3 under, and some other names that are up there. Jordan Spieth at -1. Justin Thomas at -1. Rory McIlroy 2 under par. And I'll keep you up to date as the Open Championship continues. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. So I spent the last 2 days at Mountain West Media Day, and it was weird, dude. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the athletic directors who were there spent some good time with the athletic director from Fresno State, from Colorado State. Boys, the 3 of them had dinner right next to us on whatever night it was. The split was just hovering over everybody. The lawsuit that now is going to go to trial was hovering over everybody. But what I assumed, and I think I said this to you going in, the animosity wasn't at the level that we were living in this week. The animosity isn't between the coaches. The animosity is not between the players, certainly, right? I mean, they got a season of football. Like, football coaches are football coaches, man. They're focused on their opener, whether it's playing Sam Houston State or Michigan or whomever it is that they got to start. Like, I can't tell you how many times I heard, when I was kind of lurking around listening to Richard Pierce, Gabe Lopez, are you guys focused on that game October 25th? And no, it's just another game, and we're focused on Michigan. And I'll get into the Broncos stuff here in a minute. But the animosity that fans feel, like if this was a fan media day, there probably would have been fights.
Yeah, there would have been a lot of people kicked out.
Yeah, but I didn't feel that amongst the coaches. And I've told you this for years. Football coaches are pretty chill. The former commissioner used to tell me all the time, he says, the coaches meeting, when we do football coaches, we get stuff done. It's the basketball coaches that are high maintenance. It was a pretty easy feel, when the coaches were getting together. Like, for instance, at lunch yesterday, so there's a lunch session, right? You've been there, right? Everybody kind of, there's no radio scheduled, everybody goes eats. And I thought it was really cool that Bronco Mendenhall was sitting next to Jason Eck at the same table yesterday. And I don't know what they talked about, but I thought it was cool that those two guys were sitting next to each other and having lunch together yesterday, right? It seems like, I just didn't feel that cloud all the time. It wasn't the all-encompassing conversation.
And I know I wasn't there, but I wasn't expecting that to be an issue at all for the players and coaches. Now, media members, ADs, other people, it's going to be on their mind a lot more.
Yeah, I think, and certainly with the news that came out right before that the mediation did not render a result with the dispute in regards to the poaching fee. And I'm not even sure the Pac-12 feels that they should have to pay the contracted exit fees. So it's going to be interesting. And both sides are pretty dug in and feel that they're right. I had a good conversation. So I didn't get the majority of Bronco Mendenhall's there's no podiums. They rotate around. There's a room, and you could go up, and the TV people kind of go up, and then they do their things, and the writers go in there, and then they make rounds in another session around all the Radio Row. And Broncos session, that open session for the TV was when we were on the air. So by the time I got down, it was towards the end of it. I caught a little bit. I was talking to the local guys, and they said Bronco teared up when he was talking about seeing Gabe Lopez and Richard Pierce, the two Lobos who were there yesterday. And from what I understand, they went out of their way. In fact, they asked Allison, the sports information director, can we go over and because the players were there on Wednesday, and there was a coaches meeting at 3 or 3:30, so all the coaches were kind of filtering in, right? And it's where I got to see a bunch of the coaches then. But those two players, they saw Coach Mendenhall, and they wanted to go see their former coach. And the answer is obviously yes, of course. And Broncos said, those guys went out of their way to come over, and we had a great conversation. And I guess at the podium session, the local guys were telling me he kind of almost cried, like he had tears in his eyes. And he's an emotional guy. He's not afraid to cry. I don't think they're alligator tears, whatever. But he said to me, and this is something, you look a man in the eye, and I don't, you can tell me whatever you think about Bronco Mendenhall, and I've told you what I think. I think that he's a good coach and a good man. There's just not a lot of warmth. His concern is not what you think of Bronco Mendenhall. His concern is not media and PR and community. His concern is the inner circle. The inner circle is going to be tighter with him than it is at other people, and he's had success. So I think Bronco's a good man. I think he's an honest man. But JJ, he said something to me. I don't know if I said there's a perception that you all you didn't like Albuquerque. And he said, that's just not right. He looked at me, he said, we loved Albuquerque. This was not the plan. We thought that was going to be the final stop on the journey. Now, you can all just say BS, and you might be right, okay? But he looked me in the eye, and that's what he said. He said, this one was about the family. He says, Holly sees her family all the time. He said 3 weeks after we moved back, we put my mom in hospice. And she's still in hospice. And he says, I get to see her regularly. He said the boys bring their girlfriends home and Holly gets to cook for them. And I'm just going to tell you, that resonated with me. When I moved here, my dad was here. And this is where my mind went. And, he said to me, he said, I try to make people understand, but I don't know that they do. And I said, Bronco, I don't know that anybody needs to understand other than the guy that looks back at you in the mirror and the family that you sit at dinner with, right? I mean, when it comes down to decisions, we all make decisions. And I don't hold it against him. I know there's a lot of insincerity stuff, and you felt, the crying, and we're going to build something, and we're here for the long time. And what he was telling me yesterday is all that stuff, he believed it. And then this job opened, and he got this opportunity. But it resonated with me because when I got here, I was all about career. I was driven. I was going to be, I was market chasing, and I was going to go do TV at ESPN, or I was going to Detroit, or I was going where. My dad kind of talked me through and brought me down to reality. And then my dad passed away. And I got to spend the last 5 years with my dad because I was here, because I made the decisions. And I can't tell you how priceless that is, right? Because I've been away from my dad for so long and got to spend the last 5 years there. And that's where he is with his mom and family. So, and we talked about a bunch of other stuff. And JJ, I told him, I never got a chance to say thank you for all the time and the candor that you gave us on Mondays, because I thought he was very candid. I would tell you that there were times that he was more candid and open, I think, on our show on Mondays than probably even Danny Gonzalez was. Honest, open. We got a lot of answers that I got. I remember looking up at you, going, "Wow," right? So, take that for what it's worth, man. For whatever it's worth on the Bronco thing. He said, "Yeah, I'd rather not come back. I don't want to come back." I get it, and but I'm not looking forward to that, and I get it. There's emotion, and there's and anything that's not just about the football isn't Broncos thing. So I just want to share that conversation. I did not record it. There was everybody else recorded. I waited till everybody else was done, that there was no recording going to have that conversation. So I don't know. For whatever it's worth, that was my conversation with Bronco. Let's break. 505-246-0610. Got to take it. If you're on the phone, I want to hear from you. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff@sportsanalytq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Hour.
This message is
serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports.
All right, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Getting to some of what Jason Eck had to say yesterday, too. But just want to share my conversation a little bit, not all of it, but a little bit of it, with Bronco Mendenhall. Let's go. Conrad, thank you for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Conrad.
Good morning, sir. That story you had with Coach was really good, you know, and your personal story. I think that's why you show it. One of the reasons why you show it so great. But, I was also going to ask you if regarding the case with Mountain West, if you could draw on what you know, because I know you're not a lawyer, but how the other cases fared. What was the types of compensations from, because this has happened already before, right? So do you think they can draw back on some of that that's happened with other conferences? And then also, I wanted to hope the young guard from UNM that transferred to UCLA, he's another Riverside boy playing for my Bruins. I wish he would have stayed in New Mexico, but I'm wishing him the best of luck. Thanks for taking my call, Jeff.
Right on. All right, so, JJ, I don't know that there really is a comp case in regards to, well, there have been lawsuits. I don't know that there's been another where there's a precedent to look back on where there was a poaching fee or something like this. What's going on here is there's exit fees that I think it's $15 million that all the schools who left agreed to, and I think they're asking for that to be eliminated or reduced. And then there's another piece on this that's poaching fees. When the Mountain West agreed to a scheduling agreement with the PAC, which was basically Washington State and Oregon State a couple of years ago, there was an agreement that if you guys say, yeah, we'll let you in and we'll help you out here because you need to schedule, but if you poach our teams, basically if you steal our, you take our teams, there's going to be, what was it, JJ, $10 million more per team, and then it goes up $500,000 a team after that. And they signed the agreement, and they're now claiming that that's not fair, that it's illegal, that we had no choice, that it's basically double dipping. And the Mountain West position is, and I think they're right, JJ, they absolutely had choices. They said, we couldn't play a schedule and what we're going to do, but yet this year and last year, both Washington State and Oregon State put together independent schedules, didn't they? So it was something that was capable of being done. Massachusetts had done it, Connecticut had done it, and so that's their stance. Now, I nobody gave me a number. Nobody told me exact numbers, but I've talked to enough people this week. I do believe that in the mediation, the Mountain West had a floor, that they probably, whether they offered it or they would have gone to it and said, hey, let's end this thing. Here's the number. And the Pac-12 just really believed that they're the right and they didn't have to pay, it was probably close to 70% of the full number. And we've talked about this before. And so they both think they're right and they're gonna go to court. And do you settle now after 8 weeks of mediation? It feels like it's all or nothing at this point, doesn't it?
Oh, when you get to this point, it is all or nothing, taking this to court.
I mean, they had 8 weeks of mediation on this. So, I did get in on some of Jason Eck's podium session. I will tell you this, man. That dude was a hit. And you knew he would be. He embraced it, right? And this goes back to the conversation we had the other day about you want this to be the biggest job you ever had. So Dan Mullen, who is a former SEC Coach of the Year at Mississippi State and was at Florida, like this is a different media day for him, right, than it was at the SEC.
Probably all chill, relaxed.
Right? And this is a different media day for Jason Eck than it was at the Big Sky. This is a lot bigger for Jason Eck, and it's not nearly as big. Like Mullen was telling me, a story about, at the SEC, man, you got to have like securities. You're going through the hotel because the fans are lined up at the hotel where the media day is, and you've got how you have the state troopers always walking the coaches off the field, right? You got security walking in and out of the hotel because the fans are lined up at media day. I mean, that's not quite what this is. And so he was super chill. The crowd around Mullen, by the way, yesterday, for an hour plus was insane. I mean, Mullen was just holding court. Everybody wanted it. It was crazy. It was going at the same time that Bronco Mendenhall was going on, and I'm not even sure I could tell you who was up at the third table at that time. And then Eck takes over, and it was a pretty good crowd around him. And I talked to a lot of people on Radio Row, and I know I was just telling this story about one guy I've known for a long time, but he says, man, we had what's his and he couldn't remember it. And I said, Eck? He says, yeah. Man, dude, he's great. And that was really the sentiment amongst people. Now, can he coach? Can he win? I mean, all those things, that's wonderful. All right, people like your coach. How cool is that? They like Danny too, and I got it. But I'll tell you what, man, when you listen to him talk, the more he talks football, and he's done it with us, but dude knows what he's doing. I did catch some of the talk about quarterbacks, and Jack Lane, he said, is ready to go. He was asked, is Jack going to be on a pitch count? And he said, yeah, probably to start off. And I know I'm paraphrasing. He said, this wasn't a contact injury. Not that, it was necessarily overused, but we don't want him going out there and throwing for an hour after practice. They're gonna watch the arm and make sure. But it's Lobstein and Jack Lane going into spring ball. But, not in that order. It's gonna be Lane, with the I don't know, the 1A as opposed to 1B. But yeah, I'm just telling you, dude. Like, people love that dude. Kind of, it goes off to what we heard coming in, and he's pretty hard not to like.
Very personal, and it's the little moments, and it's playing the off-season game, and was able to do that.
Yeah. All right, what else out of there? Jay Norvell, the Colorado State coach, popping around. Really believes he's got a good team. I spent a good amount of time with Troy Calhoun. He's got a lot of ideas on what alignment should look like. There's frustration from some coaches in regards to the league going forward. Really enjoyed. I spent a little bit of time with Sean Lewis, the new coach. Well, I say new, second year now, coach at San Diego State. They got because I didn't know him at all, so got to know him a little bit. Saw Jay Sawvell, the Wyoming coach. He believes they're going to be a lot better. Quarterback situation, they feel that they figured out. A lot of this is about the quarterback situation. Matt Entz, the new coach at Fresno State, got to spend some good time with him. So just got to literally what my job on this one. I went more as bowl rep than I did, as a bowl director than sitting on Radio Row. And that's why I didn't come back with. And if I disappoint you on that, I apologize. I know in the past I've come back with 15.
No, I think, and that's why you're able to get the conversations you do, because of just to trust who you are, but knowing that they're not just going in and talk to another radio dude.
Yeah, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I needed a different relationship this year, knowing how many new coaches there were in this league and just where we are with that business, right? So you can ask anything you want about Media Day or Media Days. The players were good too, man. Players were really good. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. He's going back. And he was a star there. He's going to double dip. I don't know if that's where he's going to end his career, but, man, going back home, they say you can't go back, but sometimes maybe you can, and maybe you can even get paid to do it. I'll tell you who that is and what's going on, because it's a big name going back to a familiar place. Thinking about a bathroom remodel. There's only one place to call it. It's Rebath of Albuquerque. Rebath specializes in full look and full remodels. They do everything from floor all the way to a full remodel, A to Z. They've got you covered. This is one of those. I get it when you think about a big project of the house. I don't want to do it. It's going to be a mess. How long is it going to take? Are they going to do what they say? Are they going to do how they're going to say? This takes all of the risk out of it. Even gives you complete peace of mind. Rebath will handle everything from A to Z. They will send out a design consultant to your home. No high pressure. They're solution based on this. If you know what you want, you say, this is what I want. I want this, 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 this. Most of us don't totally know what we want. Well, they've got tons of samples, tons of ideas. They'll show you different ideas, show you different things. I went through the showroom, and it's amazing the amount of variety that they've got, and the quality is spectacular. They're locally owned by people you know. Cole and Sarah McCamey own Rebath of Albuquerque. Cole's the former quarterback of the University of New Mexico, had great success. Sarah, the better half of that team, is a graduate of the Anderson School of Business at the University of New Mexico, comes from a great family who's done business in this town for a long, long time. If you've got an aging relative, maybe you need accessibility in the bathroom, they can provide ADA-compliant grab bars, both in the bathtub, shower, next to the toilet as well. You'll know your family is safe. If you're thinking about a bathroom remodel, It's an easy answer, and it's Rebath of Albuquerque. Go online, go to rebath.com. It says location. You find Albuquerque, or just give them a call. 505-312-8922. Area code 505-312-8922.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000.
Ship going on in Northern Ireland right now, the final major golf season. He just finished his round a 6 under 65. The American lefty, the other American lefty, is leading the tournament. He's -8. Hao Tong Lee is out on the golf course. He has played 6 holes today. He is 7 under par and 1 stroke back. And then Tyrrell Hatton, Robert McIntyre, Harris English, Matt Fitzpatrick, and Rasmus Højgaard are all at -5. Some names up on the leaderboard. Rory's playing today. -2 today, -3 overall. He is just 5 strokes back and tied for 10th with Keegan Bradley and Scotty Scheffler, who's about ready to go off here in a little bit. Justin Rose at -2. Phil Mickelson, even today, and -1 on the tournament, so he's holding in, man. And he's just 7 strokes back. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. J.J., I guess you can go home. Damian Lillard sounds like he's going back to the Portland Trailblazers. He agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract, which is probably what Michael Parsons will make in 1 year when he goes back. But he got paid. He got bought out by Milwaukee. This wasn't all about getting the big check. It's he's got a no trade clause. It's an option for the 2027-28 season, and he's going back home where his family is, where he made his name, where he always seemed happy but never felt like he could win. Went and did a little ring chasing, I think, and realized, dang, you don't mess with happy.
Yeah, the move to Milwaukee family was the big thing for Dame, not having them with him during that time. But that's the challenges, and you look at what he's at. This makes a lot of sense. He can go back, rehab, and then hope that's a competitive team the next couple of seasons when he's able to get back with some of the young pieces that they've had. And I just look at the Devin Booker situation too. When people are like, what is Phoenix doing? Why does he want to stay there? Because he's comfortable, man. He likes it. He wants to be part of that franchise. And the Damian Lillard move is probably one Devin Booker looks like at and says, yeah, I'm good with being in Phoenix.
You talk about the rehab. He tore his left Achilles late April. Came for the Bucks' first round playoff series with the Pacers. He underwent the surgery, and he'll probably miss next season. But remember, he was traded to the Bucks for Drew Holiday, and it was a whole package of stuff and players. But he goes home. It's interesting you compare that to the Devin Booker thing because I think that's pretty good. Do you respect that more? Because I got to tell you something. I've got a modicum of respect for that. There will be people who say, yeah, they're not true competitors. They're not trying to win, and it's all about winning. And then there's the other side that says, you know what? I want to be loyal to an organization, but more so, I want to be loyal to me. I like my situation. I like where I live. My family's happy. I like the way I'm treated here. Like, I'm making a lot of money living in Portland or Phoenix or wherever it happens to be. Devin Booker's had a taste of the NBA Finals, right? Devin Booker and Phoenix got to the Finals a few years ago. They lost. Damian Lillard did not, and so he went and chased it. And I don't blame him, especially at that point in his career, right? But do you respect a guy who says, you know what, I'm staying here? Tony Gwynn did it. He stayed in San Diego. The teams were not great, but he was. Devin Booker feels like I don't know what's going to be after this contract. Is he always going to be? But he's decided he wants to make his career in Phoenix and stay there. There's a part of me that just says, you know what? It's not just saying don't mess with happy. It's actually living don't mess with happy.
It's not letting the outside narrative dictate it because you can't win in that conversation because you just said something, right? You're like, oh, you're not a winner. You don't want to go chase it.
Yeah.
You go chase it, and then people will say, nah, that's not really your ring. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, nah, you guys didn't really do anything. You had to team up to win it. So you can never win in that regard when it comes to.
You win if you have a Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant career. That's how you win. You stay and win multiple championships. That's the only way to win.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, those guys were in one place for their whole career, and they won multiple rings. But there's not many of those guys. You know, the Bill Russells. But, I mean, in modern NBA basketball, and I say modern from, kind of mid-70s on, I mean, how many of those guys are there? There's Kobe, there's Magic, there's Bird. You got a bunch more for me? Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade would fit in that category, right? Stay there. I mean, he chased around at the end, so maybe he doesn't because he did wear a different uniform. But Mike did it all until the end when he became a Washington Wizard. There's not a lot of those dudes. I agree with you, man. You can't win, and that's why there's that part of me that just has that respect that I don't care what y'all think about me, man. I really don't. I'm gonna be the best that I can be. Yeah, I want to win a championship, but I want to do it here. I like the way I'm treated here. I like living here. My family likes living here, and I wonder if Dame, and at some point I bet he addresses this because he's a pretty cerebral and open dude, would tell you, you know what, I probably shouldn't have gone to Milwaukee. His family stayed back. He was pretty open about missing his family, right? I don't know. But I get the people who say, yeah, but you're in this to win championships, and you're not. Okay, whatever, dude. Go live your life. I'm gonna live mine, and I'll go back to this again, man. The guy that looks back at me in the mirror, I can look that guy in the eye. I don't really care what y'all think, and there's a part of me, a big part of me, that's got mad respect for that. We have a sweet deal for you. We got Nick Nee, the director of golf, scheduled at 8:30. The Open Championship is going on. Guys getting paid everywhere. I want to hear from you on a Friday. 505-246-0610. Thanks for finding us. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Sound.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro.
Sports Animal, your home for the NFL, the Super Bowl, the NCAA tournament, and the Final Four. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
All right, I found the perfect convergence of our two stories this morning. We're talking college football, and we're talking golf, right? The Open Championship is going on. I mean, there's been other stuff. We're talking about C.J. Watt getting paid and Michael Parsons, well, not yet. Dave Lillard going back, but the Open Championship's going on. Brian Harmon's up on top at -8. We talked about the media days. The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. JJ, how did you feel? Have you heard the story of the pushback, it might be a kind word, that Hugh Freeze, the head coach at Auburn, is getting for playing golf? That he plays too much golf?
This is the perfect Hugh Freeze story.
This is the what?
Perfect Hugh Freeze story.
It kind of is. Hugh Freeze is the head football coach at Auburn. Formerly at, how was he when he got busted? He was in the SEC. Where was he killing it before he went to
Mississippi?
Yeah, he was at Ole Miss, and then he rehabbed at Liberty because he. Do you remember what he got canceled for, basically?
The wrong phone?
Using the wrong phone to call escorts, basically. Yeah, it was using his company phone to call the escort services. He's getting beat up now because he's been playing golf during the offseason. And the team wasn't very good, and they've been struggling on the recruiting trail, and so he should spend 100% of his time playing golf, or working and never playing golf. And it's ridiculous, by the way. And he's like, you know what? Bleep it. I'm at the office all day. And my wife and I go out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We play golf. Yeah, we do. We enjoy that. And we go out and we play golf. Tulsa, Brett McMurphy found this. And I found this to be perfect. I guess he was at American Media Days. Tulsa's coach is Trey Lamb. And he's going to play. He's the head coach, and he's going to play in the Oklahoma State Amateur Championship tournament because he's a plus 1.3 handicap. That means he's beyond scratch golfer. He said, quote, I play golf with brain surgeons and heart surgeons. They have more important jobs than coaches. If they can play golf, why can't we? Fair? Why can't a coach go out and play golf?
You can't go out and play golf. It's SEC football. You know there's going to be ridiculous noise.
Fair enough.
So the fan bases are going crazy about trees, about everything else.
About trees.
And when you're Hugh Freeze, who's a guy that's failed forward,
yeah, every time.
I don't think he's a particularly good coach.
Yeah.
He's just one of those dudes that's kind of in and the good old boy network, and so he gets these opportunities, and here he is, and if you don't expect that pressure, man, then you can snap back all you want. It's not going to quiet fan base.
Whether he's a really good coach or not, he's won pretty much. I mean, right? He won at a pretty good level at Ole Miss. He won at a pretty good level at Liberty, didn't he?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what makes you a good coach, but winning usually. Is he elite? No, he's not elite. But he's won at a higher level at those places than they had won in the past. Isn't that right? So I think that makes
a lot of it too is character with these guys, man. I like it's
okay. That's something else.
I think at this point though, you understand that people don't care, and you can pretend to be that student athletes or that. It's not just win football games and do whatever the heck you want.
So McMurphy dug up the college football head coach. You know what the GIN rating is? Your handicap. So GHIN is the national database. If you play golf and you have a handicap, you plug your scores in and it generates your handicap. So I could pull up my app, like it says you're a 13.9 or you're a 14.1 or you're 11.2, whatever. So he dug up the college football head coach GIN rankings. And that guy Trey Lamb at Tulsa is a plus 1.3. Trent Dilfer is almost scratch at UAB at 0.7, and Rhett Lashley at SMU is 4.4. We've had some golfers in the Isleta New Mexico Bowl, JJ. Rhett Lashley's a 4.4. Sonny Dykes from TCU, who was here last year, is a 13.9. That's right. So he and I are right at the same spot. PJ Fleck's a good golfer, JJ, 9.7. Dan Mullen seems to be the best golfer in the Mountain West. He's an 11.9. Oh, look at that. That guy who won the national championship is a 12.3. Bill Belichick's got a GIN at 12.5. I just Jones on this stuff. Lincoln Riley's a 9.1. Yeah, so I found interesting. Of all the stuff the coaches get criticized for, you're going to beat the crap out of a guy for playing golf in the offseason. Probably while you just finished a round and had a bunch of beers in you. Then went straight to the Twitter. But it's where you are. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Mike Williams has retired from the National Football League. Chargers receiver who's been hurt a lot, turned 30 years old. He's been working off the side during the Chargers offseason activities. Had an injury. Chargers placed him on the physically unable to perform list ahead of training camp. Ranks 10th on their franchise. I wouldn't have thought he was that high, with over 4,800 yards and 13th in receptions. This is one of those guys that you'll remember later as a good receiver that almost like every year, all right, he's going to pop. And this was injury guy, huh? This was one of those what-if guys?
Yeah, it's hard. Maybe that's more of a fantasy football mindset because there's production there.
There was production, but I always thought that if he didn't get hurt, there could have been great production. That's my perception.
But it's the problem is he did.
Yeah.
And that's sports.
Yeah.
And trying to overcome it. And there's a reason that you just laid out, and these teams, they saw something there, and he was a trusted player for the Chargers for a while, and even where he's at, man, he just felt like body's just not responding.
Yeah. All right, other receiver news, and maybe there's finally conclusion on this and closure on this. So I remember having this conversation with you last week. Like Rashee Rice, so that thing's still out there, right? Is he doing jail time? And I'm wondering, so now that it feels like the legal process is closed, will the NFL come down? Will there be any suspension from the National Football League? Rashee Rice, the number one receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, got 30 days in jail, 5 years probation. Remember, he was in that multi-car crash where he was seen walking away from it in the rented Ferrari. Dallas County District Attorney's Office put this out. He pleaded guilty in district court to 2 third-degree felony charges: collision involving serious bodily injury, and racing on a highway causing bodily injury. So the judge ruled that he can serve this jail time at any point during his 5-year probationary period. He received something called deferred adjudication, so the case will be dismissed if he completes the probation. So obviously he'll do the jail time when it's not football season, I'm assuming. He gets to choose when he does that. How would you do that, man? Would you hold it off to the last 30 days, or would you just get it out of the way once the season's over?
Just get it out of the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to just live knowing, man, I got to go to jail. It's coming. Like, wouldn't you just kind of get it out of the way? It's gonna be horrible, miserable. This sucks. But let me get out of the way and be done with it. Does this seem fair? I think it does. Now you expect something from the NFL, don't you?
Yeah, probably at least 4 game suspension coming out, maybe more given the fact that there's jail time involved. And these situations, what's scary, it's the injuries, but more so, when you look at it, when you're on the victim side, it's the settlement and making sure that you don't owe anything, because that's also definitely scary. Of thinking, all right, you get in an accident, it's someone else's fault, but when it's not an NFL receiver that can have the money to cover it,
right.
Stuff you could be dealing with.
Yeah, it sounds like, the further you get away from it, it's like, yeah, come on, man, dude was just, no, I mean, obviously incredibly dangerous. You can't walk away from a scene like that. It caused bodily harm. I can tell you this, and I believe this, and I think I've said it a lot recently. I believe good people make bad decisions. Right? Just because you get drunk one time doesn't mean you're a drunk. Just because you do something stupid one time doesn't mean you're stupid. I think we all don't want to be judged for our worst moments, right? We've all
don't
made
get in the car.
Yeah, but don't get I don't know. But I don't know that this isn't a DWI.
No, but it's
right. There's no allegations that he was intoxicated in this, are there?
No, it's just when you've been through something like that.
Yeah.
Whether it's DUI or not, it's different.
I don't argue that. I just, like I'm saying, there's the conclusion of that is there's got to be consequences to bad decisions. I don't know if he's a bad guy or not. Right? The people I know at SMU, I remember when he came to the game. SMU played. He didn't play in the game. He opted out, but he was here, or I believe he was here. But everybody told me he was a great dude. I believe that. I mean, I think good people can make bad decisions, but there's got to be consequences for bad decisions. That's what this is. All right, 505-246-0610. Got a sweet deal coming up for you. Nick Nee is due to be with us coming up at 8:30 this morning. We'll talk some golf with the director of golf out at the beautiful Sandia Golf Club. Got some work getting done at the house. Just some cleanup work, like just yard work, just maintenance. It's nothing major. I'm not getting a major overhaul or major rebuild. Maybe you want one. LaBarge Landscape is the landscape company to call. Have them come out, whether it's just maintenance, cleanup. You want to get on a maintenance schedule? Have someone come out and just regularly take care of the yard? They'll do that for you. You're looking for a rebuild? They'll do that for you as well. They are a professional landscape construction and maintenance company. They specialize in synthetic turf and pavers, concrete retaining walls, planter walls, flagstone, irrigation, fencing, cleanup and maintenance, whatever it is you've got. They've got 80 years of experience plus at LaBarge Landscape. They're locally owned. They are family owned. They care about what they do, and they will do what they say they're going to do. They respect your property. They will take care of it like it is their own. They are licensed. They are bonded. They are insured, and they are who I use for my landscaping needs. Their quality of work is incredible. Their pricing is insanely competitive. Maybe you don't know what you want. You just know you want something. Have them come out and take a look. Let them give you ideas of landscape. They'll give you this whole look. They'll detail it for you. Here's what we can do. Here's what we think. Here's an option. You can do this. Whatever it is, man. For me, it's a cleanup. It's just some maintenance, and it's my irrigation system. For you, whatever it is, they'll take care of you. Go online, take a look at them. You'll be impressed. LaBargeLandscape.com. LaBarge. LaBargeLandscape.com. Call and schedule an appointment. 505-345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight.
Brian Harman shot a 6 under at the Open Championship at Royal Portrush. That's in Northern Ireland. That's where the Open Championship's going on. He's got a one-stroke lead over Haotong Lee, who is on the golf course, has played 8 holes in the second round, 1 stroke back. There's some names making moves today. Terrell Hatton is 3 strokes back at -5. Tony Finau, Harris English, Keegan Bradley. Oh, Keegan Bradley's at -3. Those other 2 are -4. Scotty Scheffler just about ready to go. He should be on the first tee. And a little rain at Royal Portrush on the northern coast of Northern Ireland, right there on the water. I think my accent might be wrong for Ireland. It might be much more British than it is Irish, but it is formerly known the British Open, and they're underway. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610. Text. Good morning, fellas. Yeah, Jeff, too bad you didn't get your interview. No, I could have had the interview with Bronco. I just didn't. Too bad you didn't get an interview with Bronco Mendenhall. I did see this morning on our local news, KOAT7 head coach Jason Eck, though. That was cool. He's ready for UNO football. Thanks. It's from John. No, I didn't do any interviews on this trip. This was kind of a different trip for me than I've done in the past in regards to media days. I've always worn 2 hats there, but this was an important year. I just had to be bowl director guy. There was a table set up for us. JJ said KNML, AM/FM Albuquerque. We did have our table, but
bunch of cobwebs and dust on it.
No, I mean people, we used it, and all the SIDs. Do you want coach? I'm like, I just want to talk to him. It's just that's how this this particular year had to be that way, and we'll see how it goes in the past. Burgers in the break room from Burgers 21. Come by and grab one. That's what it says in my email from Christian, because we're gonna have you get burgers this morning, JJ, for breakfast. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. The Micah Parsons thing is going to be interesting as we watch that, and because watching the TJ Watt thing and him getting paid and over $40 million a year, what is Micah Parsons going to be worth? And as it goes on, and I think JJ, you hit it on the head. It's going to be how much do they value him? Do they consider him to be the top of the shelf and that whole thing? So we'll get into that in a little bit, and you can get in at 505-246-0610. Got a sweet deal for you today coming up, and it'll go live on our website. You're going to want to hit it at 9 o'clock because it's going to be – is this breakfast this morning? Chris is here, and she is with Burger 21. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for breakfast. I haven't even had it yet, but thank you for breakfast because I know it's going to be delicious.
It will be.
No, your place is wonderful. Here's the deal. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. Click on the sweet deal icon. And for just $30, you get $60 to spend over at Burger 21. It's gourmet burgers, 100% Angus beef. They don't froze their meat. It's always made to order. The shakes are incredible. They use their own ice cream formula, and they've got all kinds of burger varieties. I don't want to steal your thunder, but your place is pretty spectacular.
We think so.
What makes Burger 21? For somebody who says, okay, there's a bunch of burger places. First of all, where are you so people understand it? And what makes you different?
So we are at the corner shops at Winrock. So we're across the street from Trader Joe's.
Just to the south of Trader Joe's.
And the back of Target.
Yeah.
So what makes us special? So as you said earlier, our beef is 100% Angus, never frozen, hand pattied. Every burger is made to order. We also do chicken burgers that we actually grind the chicken in-house and make our own patties. So it's kind of funny. The most popular is the cheeseburger, but we have so many more options. So we do a great green chili cheeseburger, and now we're doing it as a tortilla burger as well. Our number one seller after that on the fun burgers is a Tex-Mex haystack. So we take the burger, we add a chipotle aioli, we add onion strings to that, jalapenos. It's delicious.
And I got hungry again.
We have a southern fried pickle burger, bacon cheeseburger. Right now we have a feature called the luau burger. So it's pineapple, barbecue sauce, bacon, and that's actually a chicken burger.
And you can dine in, you can take it out,
Yeah.
obviously. And so where it is, and those of you in that uptown area, so it's kind of to the north of Dillard's, to the east of Target, right across the street to the south of Trader Joe's. You've driven by it, and if you've been there, you're going back, and so you're going to take advantage of this. And if you haven't, you should. And it's what's the website so people can go take a look at the menu?
It's burger21.com.
And 21, like Burger 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. What got you into the burger business?
So I own the Melting Pot restaurant as well.
Right across the street.
And Melting Pot decided to come up with something different. And so they came up with, it's a franchise, Burger 21.
Yeah.
So they complement each other because Burger 21's mainly a daytime business for lunch. And we do catering as well. And then Melting Pot is a nighttime business.
See, we like Burger 21. I guess because I'm so rarely up in that area for lunch, we like it for dinner.
Great.
We go by there. It's like, what do you want to do? Because it's on our rotation. So we like your spot a lot. I guess they're probably like two kids. You can't like one better. What's more fun, the Melting Pot business or the Burger 21 stuff?
They're so different,
Right?
because Burger 21 is technical. It's all about delivering the perfect burger experience and cook times, etc.
Yeah.
And Melting Pot's about the experience and connecting with someone, with your family or significant other over a hot pot. So they're so different. You can't. They're both my children. I can't decide.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and you can plug Burger 21 as well, at Melting Pot as well, right across the street. I mean, that's a great spot as well, and that's an experience dinner.
Absolutely. It's all about the experience. And, our claim to fame at Melting Pot is we are the place to celebrate in Albuquerque, whether it's 2 people for an anniversary or 10 people for a birthday party or 25 people for a Christmas party. We cover celebrations large and small.
That's so cool. Yeah, and people come back. I mean, once they go there, they're like, wow, this is different. And that's where you get to choose what you're going to dip and all kinds of stuff. But this is all about Burger 21. Well, it's kind of all about Burger 21. Go to our website. It's sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. It goes live at 9 o'clock. And for just $30, you get $60 to enjoy at Burger 21. We're going to go have breakfast this morning. What burger am I eating this morning?
So I brought.
Have choices?
You have choices.
Stop.
You may have to fight off Kiki for one of them, but I brought green chili cheeseburger.
She'll kick my ass. I don't fight with her.
A southern fried pickle burger, Monterey chicken, and Tex-Mex haystack. And I brought shakes.
Stop it.
So our shakes are all
I just
hand
got back
dipped.
from Vegas. I was going to start eating, lighter, and now I'm having burgers for breakfast.
And a shake, toffee pecan praline.
Dude, do you hear that? He's back there going, yeah, I got to go to the gym. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Go to our website. It's, again, sportsanimalabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. Sweet deal is Burger 21. Their website is burger21.com. Take a look at the menu. Put it on your rotation. Stop by. If you've been there, you're already going back. And if you haven't, you can say thank you later. Great to see you.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Coming up next, Nick Nees, the director of golf at Sandia Golf Club. The Open Championship. It's raining in Northern Ireland. They got some weather as Scotty Scheffler just teed off for his second round. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
From this 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, probably about 4:30 in the afternoon in Northern Ireland, I believe. Maybe 3:30. Late afternoon weather. So the guys we're teeing off now, the Scotty Schefflers, those guys are dealing with a lot of rain and some weather. It's the Open Championship at Royal Portrush Golf Club in Northern Ireland. Brian Harman's done for the day. He shot a 6 under 65. Has the second round lead as we speak. Justin Thomas just finished up. Haotong Li is -7, 1 stroke back. Matt Fitzpatrick's on the golf course now, -6. And then group at 5, including American Harris English with Terrell Hatton, Rasmus Hogard, and Robert McIntyre. Scheffler birdied the first hole today in the rain. So Scotty Scheffler is -4. Keegan Bradley and Roy McIlroy at -3. Big group at -3. A big group at -3. Ricky Fowler's 1 under. Justin Thomas 1 under. Phil Mickelson still hanging in at 1 under par. We're reaching out, trying to get a hold of Ben or Matt to do the golf segment with you and get your golf tip and talk through it. But this is one of those you get up early on Sunday morning and watch the final of the Open Championship. Did you get a burger? I think they might be gone now. I got the buffalo chicken. That's what was left.
I'm pretty sure they're gone.
Dude, the salespeople are eating good this morning. Tell you what. They're grubbing. All right, you guys are in this morning as well. 505-246-0610. What do you got this morning? Burgers in the break room. What are we doing, Jeffy? Why are we moving the conference headquarters to Vegas? This is one of those where I'm like, why do you care? Do you know where the ACC conference office is? Do you know where the, why does it matter where the conference office is? But Hondo's upset. Said it would have been a good move 30 to 40 years ago when there wasn't a Mountain West Conference. But they should have moved the Mountain West Conference office there 30 or 40 years ago. Before they were a conference, JJ, that's when they should have moved there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He says, but Sin City's gotten overpriced just like the other large metro areas. The days of $15 tickets to Wayne Newton and 97-cent buffets are long gone. Yeah, they are. You think it's cheap in Colorado Springs, by the way? Colorado Springs isn't a cheap town. Vegas is more expensive, certainly. That's where they want to move. I don't know that everybody in the league office is going to move there, but that's where they want to move. Of all the things I got to worry about, of all the things that I think are important as far as college athletics and conference realignment, where your physical conference office, to me, it might be the least important thing. Just saying.
So we should start thinking now what things will look like 30 or 40 years from now, and then make that move right now before.
Right. So
when it's probably robots playing football at that point in time, we should be planning for that right now, AI, etc.
So buy some office space in Roswell.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's probably going to be
robots and aliens.
It might be Silver City at that point because Western might be in whatever league you're in, and that might be the right way when it's robots and aliens. Yes. Gopher says, "Who needs a fancy hotel or casino? Next year we should have media day at the new state-of-the-art duck pond." Again, I mean.
It's like a bit now. He just gets you every day. Duck pond.
I just don't understand why why he is so upset that they put some money into the duck pond. Like, we can't do more than one thing. Okay, whatever gets you going, man. I get it. And Harold's shtick is volleyball. Or can we talk about global volleyball, Frank? Probably not. We have in a 2025 season. I still haven't seen a final roster, even a schedule, and we should be only about 3 weeks away from a friendly. Let me tell you about the schedule. Actually, I wouldn't blame that necessarily on Frank because I don't believe that the league schedule is out. Well, Jeff, how can that be? We're 5 weeks away from the season. Well, I'll tell you how. The sports that were impacted the most in regards to schedule are going to be the sports like women's soccer and volleyball. Why? Because Grand Canyon has joined the league, and while they had a schedule, the schedule that they had has had to be redone because you had to add Grand Canyon. So I think they're scrambling right now. And so, Harold, in that regard, it's not Frank's fault that there's not a league schedule out because the addition of Grand Canyon has had to completely redo that. All right, Ben Gasperich is the head PGA professional at the San Diego Golf Club, and he joins us this morning. And we're sitting here watching the rainfall at Northern Ireland. I know you're sitting in your office right now with your feet up and a beer in your coffee in your hand, and you're watching the Open Championship. How you living, man?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Don't give away all my secrets right now.
Are your feet up?
Yeah, you know, we gotta. It's still Friday. We gotta be working a little bit.
You sat up straight just to come on the radio.
Exactly.
You enjoying the Open?
It's awesome, man. It's especially being over here in the States. It's something. It's a tournament that we're not used to. Not really used to that style of golf. That's the weather, like you said, raining just all day, every day. The wind. It's a different type of golf tournament for us. We get kind of the same. Everybody's shooting 30 under par every week, and it's something that change up, and it's a blast. And being able to stay up and watch it late at night or wake up early and have it on, it's fun for sure. I enjoy it a lot.
He wasn't the only one that was still awake when it started 2 nights ago. Just because I was in Vegas doesn't mean I was doing something wrong. Ben was up watching it too. How tough is it going to be for the guys in the afternoon? It looks like the weather's getting way worse. And you guys, Brian Harman went out and shot a 65 today and set the pace. Now you got Scotty Scheffler's on a birdie the first hole, but he's out there. These guys that are out there in the afternoon session, are they at a huge disadvantage, or is it going to soften the course up?
Yeah, I think that if the winds doesn't get, because it looks like right now, the rain coming in, the wind's not too crazy. If the wind stays down, honestly, I don't think it's, other than, dealing with keeping everything dry, I don't think it's going to be, all that crazy hard, because it is going to soften things up. You've seen that this morning with some good scores. And the biggest, kind of defense on every link-style golf course is the wind. So if the rain comes and keeps the wind away, it's honestly not going to play through all that hard, other than when you're hitting into the rough and you get into that fescue.
Yeah, it's
it's hard enough dry. When it's wet, it's forget it.
Yeah, I hate the rain, playing in the rain. I just, the wet, I can't. But is it not that difficult for the pros at that level? Because I'll play through a little bit, man. But I mean, I played a couple weeks ago in monsoon. By the time I got in, I might as well have been in the shower. I was that wet. It was miserable. I like golf, but it might be fair weather. These guys have to go out. It just feels. How do you get your grip? How do you? But you're saying if it's not windy, it's not that hard.
Yeah, I think that it's challenging, right? But I think having a caddy there, having 7 golf towels and 20 gloves, and having all the resources to be able to expect to play in the rain, I really think it's. I think there's a challenge there. Obviously, it's going to play tougher than it did, maybe yesterday. But I think that you ask a lot of those guys, they would much rather play in a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind with it raining than it not raining and being sunny and having that 20, 30 mile an hour wind that they're dealing with all week. I think they would take the rain every day, every time.
JJ, that was my issue. I didn't have 20 towels and 8 dry.
Yeah, you did not. I don't know how you didn't have enough towels.
And I didn't nearly.
Like, do they know who you are when you're on the course?
Damn it. Yeah.
Like, how do they not provide you at least 2 caddies?
At least.
By the way, I just got back from Vegas. It was weird not seeing you there.
That's true. That's fair. That's true. That's
I had a
tradition at this point.
Ben, I had a quick one for you just about the mindset and staying in it, and you see why Scotty Scheffler has taken a step forward above everyone else. He only hit 3 fairways yesterday, 3 for 14, and yet was still able to put up a round like that. So what does that say just about the mental game, to be spraying it everywhere, but then he was just clutch on the greens?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys caught his press conference. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, just kind of talking about, perspective a little bit. And it was great. If you haven't listened to it, it's 5 minutes it's really great. I watched it a couple times. I think it's just him talking about, why is it so important? There's bigger things in life. There's always going to be bigger things in life. And I think he takes that to the golf course. And I think he really, embraces that. And I think having his kid and probably the run-in with the law at the PGA Championship, a couple years ago, I think there's been things in his life with, along with winning, that have kind of made him appreciate the little things and kind of just enjoy the moment. And I think he's obviously the best at doing that on tour right now. He's the best at kind of just playing golf and just being there and focusing on, the shot at hand or the task at hand. And I think that, with those guys' level, they're all really good golfers. But that mental aspect and that kind of mind game and that mindset is what, sets them apart. And he is head and shoulders above everybody right now when it comes to that regard.
Okay, you got a leaderboard in front of you. You see who's coming, who you got?
It's hard to go against, it's tough to go against Scotty, I think. He has 17 more holes to play, and he's 4 back. I think that's kind of right where if he would have told him that on Friday or, on Tuesday, that Friday morning he'd be where he's at right now, I think he would have signed in a heartbeat. So I think that's the easy pick. I'm going to go with the fun pick. I'm going to go with my lefty, McIntyre. I think he's, over there across the pond, played in that environment, won the Scottish Open last year. I think he's a guy who went out and shot, I think, like 66 today. Watch out for him. That's my dark horse. My bailout pick is Scotty now. You gotta go with him.
Yeah, I'm saying watch McIntyre, Fitzpatrick, and Hatton.
Okay, yeah. I think I wouldn't be surprised if any of those 3 won.
Yeah. All right, you got a golf tip for us? Because I got a tee time today, and I might have to stay dry, JJ. I got to count my towels, but watch the sky. See how many gloves I got in my bag. And what is it, 8 towels and 20 gloves is what you said.
8 towels, not one less, not one more.
All right, I'll count them before I go. Make sure my caddy's got them all sealed and taken care of. I want them to be warm. I want them to be warm.
Oh, yeah, that's the key. That's always the biggest one. The little tip, I got get an alignment stick, really working on kind of fighting that over-the-top move. I think it's a pretty common move with everybody, a lot of amateur golfers. You're putting that alignment stick pointing towards you into the ground, kind of at a 45-degree angle, right back at that left foot, and really working on keeping that club underneath that alignment stick on the way back and underneath that alignment stick on the way through, instead of getting that kind of over the top, swinging it down to the left and getting that big slice, really keeping that club low and swinging that club out to right field a little bit more, working on hitting a little bit more of a draw, a little bit more of a straighter shot, compressing that golf ball a little bit more instead of creating a lot of spin and kind of coming over the top of the club.
The whole right field thing, I hear that a lot. It just feels so awkward trying to do it, initially. Just you feel like you're throwing it out. I don't know, for me it does. Just I know everybody says like you're hitting the right field, but it just and then you see the result and it's right.
Yeah, 100%. And golf's one of those things where everything kind of feels opposite a little bit. You say swing right for it to go left, swing left for it to go right, and it's hard to kind of comprehend sometimes. But as soon as you kind of can do it, kind of train your brain or see it, see a couple results like that, you start to kind of understand a little bit more. It's it starts to make a little bit more sense. But believe me, sometimes I'm hearing myself say some stuff. I'm like, there's no way that works, but it does sometimes.
All right,
it's crazy that way.
Get people out to Sandia because I know. Here we go. We're kind of heading into the best part of the year for golf.
Yeah, 100%. Finishing up summer. I know kids going back to school here now. We got Cubs still going every Sunday. He's calling in on Wednesdays for that. Ernie's got the grill rocking and rolling. That patio is the best spot to hang out, especially these summer afternoons. And then golf course is in great shape. Isaiah and superintendent staff has been doing unbelievable. Greens are rolling great. And, definitely come out, hang out with us but your last couple weeks before summer rolls over here.
SandiaGolf.com. It's where everything is. You can book a tee time there. Appreciate you jumping on with us this morning. Enjoy the Open this weekend.
You too, boys. Have a good weekend.
See you. He's Ben Gasparich, the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back.
You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm about ready for, I don't know, I wear my gloves down to the hole. I'm about ready for a new glove. That's like the one piece of equipment I don't know why. I got plenty of golf balls. I always got whatever. I never have a spare glove. I think I might have one in my bag, though. I don't know. But when they get wet, it's tough. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportschannelabq.com. We get baseball back tonight. Dude, the last few nights, like, all right, what's on? The ESPYs? No. I got to watch. There was last night, nothing. Like, nothing. International soccer, I think, might have been. What'd you do? What did you watch last night?
Ink Master.
What is that?
The tattoo show.
Okay. Is it good?
Yeah.
All right.
I actually enjoy nights where I don't have to be consumed by sports.
See, it's interesting you say that. So, I got home last night, got some dinner. Addie was with me last night. And she's like, Dad, there's no sports on? Like, she wanted to watch the games. She's like, what do you mean there's no baseball? She's like, no, I'm not watching soccer. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, she's the one who wanted. And so you know what we did? We went upstairs. I unpacked, and we just talked. We actually we FaceTime my mom. Like, totally turned everything off, and it was awesome last night. Like, she and I just talked, but she told me some more college stories, and So you're probably right. I probably won last night, didn't I?
Yes.
I probably won.
Anything, it's good to have those moments.
Yeah, you're right. But baseball's back tonight, and you'll get your full slate as the quote-unquote second half. I mean, you're well into the second half of the schedule when you get to be mathematical on it. But there's some interesting series. The Yankees in Atlanta should be interesting. Milwaukee's in Los Angeles to play the Dodgers. Houston, Seattle at the top of the American League West is something. And Josh Sushan gets his major league debut. How can we find him on the his call on the Rockies radio network? Do you know?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm whatever their home radio station is. But if you missed it yesterday, it was a really, really cool moment and really cool conversation. The voice of the Isotopes, the longtime voice now, Josh Sushan, is going to be in the big leagues this weekend, filling in on the Colorado Rockies radio network. The Rockies and the Twins up at Coors Field this weekend. Josh is going to be on the call, and we're stoked for him. Detroit, Texas is a fun one to watch as well. All right, when we get back, NFL signings continue. Camps are opening. I mean, you're going to be in full camp here coming up in within a week. And there's not just signings, but there's signings, but there's a lot of stories, and I want to go through some of the big NFL stories. If you want to get in on what happened at Media Day, I'm certainly happy to fill you in on anything that I've got from Mountain West Media Days. I was there the last couple of days. And then not only is it Rashee Rice who got sentenced, but another wide receiver pleads charges to a lesser crime. How about that? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Spell, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders.
This accident last night, coming back from the airport, I-40 going west, there was like an overturned semi or something, and the traffic was brutal. But evidently a Jeep Gladiator was passing by the crash on I-40 at University. Police service aides were on scene, and they said the passenger of this vehicle shot off a round as they passed by. And so an officer followed the vehicle and pulled it over near the 6th Street exit in the West Frontage Road. The story says the officer placed the passenger, who has been identified as Diego Sanchez, and the driver, who's not facing charges, in handcuffs. They put him in the back of the patrol vehicle, and the court documents say that Diego Sanchez denied shooting a gun, but told the officer that there was a gun in the car in the back seat on the driver's side. So the officer looked in the vehicle, and again, according to the court papers, found found a gun with 3 rounds on the passenger side and a black handgun in the back pocket of the driver's seat. The officer talked to the driver, who said he was giving Diego Sanchez a ride home. The driver admitted to the officer that Sanchez shot the gun out of the car window while he was sitting in the passenger seat, and said Sanchez started laughing at one point. The driver allowed the officer then to search the vehicle, and in addition to the 3 live rounds, they found a spent casing on the floor of the passenger side of the vehicle. The officer also noted that he removed an empty black Glock 42, another gun, which was locked back from the rear pocket of the driver's seat. So Diego Sanchez was booked in the Metropolitan Detention Center on the charges of shooting at or from a motor vehicle and negligent use of a firearm. That just came out this morning. Yeah. I mean, you just shake your head, right?
Yeah, just
yes.
Bored and frustrated in traffic. So they're like, look at this.
Dude, that traffic sucked. I mean, but by no means does it somehow say, all right, I'm going to shoot out of the car as I finally get past it. I just, sometimes you just wonder if it, again, allegations, nothing, I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty. But if in fact truth, it's like, what? Why? But it is what it is. All right, 505-246-0610. You're welcome to get in today, 505-246-0610. Camps open next week. Let me update you on the open as we go through. Brian Harman has now been caught by Haotong Li at -8. Harman's done for the day. Lee is on the 12th hole. 2 strokes back, Matt Fitzpatrick. 3 strokes back, Robert McIntyre, Rasmus Højgaard, Terrell Hatton, and Harris English. Scotty Scheffler is on the golf course. Last I looked, he was at holy smokes, dude. He's at -4. So he's 4 strokes back, and he's got, most of his round to go. He's on the 3rd hole. So that's that. Who's going to be the Colts quarterback?
Anthony Richardson, then Daniel Jones finishes the season.
You believe Richardson will start?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of talk about how Daniel Jones is getting run there, how good he looks, that he's going to be the next Sam Bradford. He's going to go to a new spot. It's going to help him. His career is going to resurge like Sam Bradford. He's got weapons. I'm listening to that, and it's hard for me to believe it, and I'm not there. And I don't believe they're giving up on Anthony Richardson, but they sure as hell did bring somebody in to compete against Anthony Richardson.
They had to.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones should look better than Anthony Richardson right now. Daniel Jones kind of fitting into the, do you trust him as your full-time starter? Maybe not, but a few games here or there, I wouldn't mind Daniel Jones on my roster at all. And you just mentioned Sam Darnold is what he did last year with the Vikings. You looking for that change of scenery, guy that was drafted high. Is there enough talent there? Was it just a situation? All these things come into play. But it feels like if you're the Colts, you have to start Anthony Richardson. And then if he falls on...
Why do you have to?
Because when are you ever going back to him? Just if Daniel Jones stinks, okay, but then what does Anthony Richardson get out of that?
So what's my priority? If I feel that Daniel Jones is better, even if it's a little bit better, is my job to protect my investment and keep Anthony Richardson's headspace there? And
your job is to find out if the quarterback you drafted in the top 5 is worth anything.
Or is it to win? And if I believe Daniel Jones gives me a better chance to win, what's my priority?
Your priority is to figure out if Anthony Richardson is that quarterback or not.
So it's not to win. I want to win.
Okay.
But my priority...
500 is not going to keep you anywhere. Having a franchise quarterback is going to keep
There's not one team in this league right now that goes to camp thinking, well, I just want to be 500. Every one of them thinks that they can win. And so the question is, this was Bryce Young. When are you ever going back to him? When you went back to him when Andy Dalton got in a car accident and hurt his hand, and Bryce Young completely revitalize his career, and we think so much differently about Bryce Young post-benching than we did before, right? Like maybe Bryce Young wasn't ready, and we knew, like we being everybody who has eyes, knew when Anthony Richardson came into the NFL, he was not ready. That he was a freak athlete, he just wasn't ready to be an everyday quarterback. Now, to your point, I agree with you. Part of the job is to figure out if he is ever going to be that dude. But so my job isn't to win. My job is to figure out.
Your job is to do both.
Yeah.
But you have Anthony. There's a Daniel Jones every other year.
I agree with that.
Like in terms of just a veteran guy you can bring in.
Yep.
Do you know the answer to that question or not?
I don't.
What I would say to the Colts.
No, they do
then
not.
What? Like if he's back practicing, he's going to have training camp. What's the difference of playing Anthony Richardson week 1 versus week 8?
All right. What if you decide, you know what, he's not that dude?
Then you move on right now. And Daniel Jones is your starting quarterback.
So if Daniel Jones starts, that's them saying, yeah, dude, he's not our guy. We wasted that pick. We missed. Okay. And it might be. He's coming back from shoulder surgery. He said in June that he would be healthy when camp begins. That's next week. ESPN's reporting that he is believed to be recovered from the injury. He underwent surgery on his AC joint in 2023. Had soreness in his shoulder during the spring, missed the last 2 weeks of off-season practices. He's 23 years old. He's completed only 48% of his passes last year. 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Ran for 6 touchdowns, almost 500 yards. I have a gut feeling. I wonder what yours is. Is he that guy? Is he a starting NFL quarterback long term?
I don't think there's enough there.
It's hard to tell, right? The sample size is way too small.
Because even in 11 games last year, he only completed 47% of his passes. Like it's few and far between. The best case scenario for Anthony Richardson was Josh Allen, like a guy that had a bad completion percentage in college, but came in and does something you don't see, and that is get to a high level NFL completion percentage, 65% plus.
Yep. The difference there was Josh Allen had played football his whole life. This guy had played like 11 games of football in his life.
And it goes back to then, why do you sit him then?
I hear you. I sit him if the other guy beats him out. That's why I sit him.
But are you just sitting him because he hasn't played football? Then he's never going to play football.
No. If I sit him because the other guy is better. That's the only reason I sit him, because I believe my job is to win. And for me to protect my job and do what's best for the franchise.
But it doesn't protect your job.
If I don't win?
This is the Andy Dalton
Bryce Young thing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're competitive and you barely get by with a veteran quarterback. You got to see if that young quarterback can do it or not. And if he can't, that's what saves your job. You go, guys, we have to restart. Not just, hey, it's Daniel Jones. We'll win 6 or 7 games.
So I don't think when they started last year, it was David Canales, right? Was that last year? Yeah, it was. I don't think nobody starts thinking we're gonna, if we can get to 8 and 9, that's a great season. They all think
no one thinks that, right? But it's the reality of the situation.
So the difference there was Bryce Young started the season. It started horribly, and they pulled him, and that was it. And everybody, probably including Bryce Young, said, "I'm done." Like that was it. They went to Andy Dalton. That they went to the bullpen. They did, and then Andy Dalton got a car accident, and they had no choice but to go back to Bryce Young. And Bryce Young then all of a sudden was like, wow, look what Bryce Young, that's that guy we drafted. And Bryce Young took off, right? Now he's your starting quarterback, and people are going, wow, watch Bryce Young. He's going to make great improvements this year. By the way, I don't think Bryce Young's that guy, but we'll see. I don't think Anthony Richardson's that guy. What's Anthony Richardson's most famous moment in the NFL? Tapping out. Hitting his helmet, asking out on a third down play.
And that's the thing to me. You should know by now whether you want this guy to play or not.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones, is better than him. But you have to make your decision as a franchise. Is this a game issue of, hey, we just need to get him out there, get him reps, and see if it develops?
Because how else are you going to get him out? Right.
Or we just don't see it at all at any point now.
Is he a football player? He's an insane athlete, right? He's a big, giant guy. I mean, and I'm not saying this because he's an African-American quarterback, because this was the mantra on black quarterbacks for years. It finally stopped, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. But how many black quarterbacks coming out of college, oh, well, you'll be a good receiver, you'll be a good running back, but you can't be a quarterback. And so that's gone. But I would say this no matter what it is. My eyes say, wow, he's an unbelievable athlete. I just don't know that he's an NFL quarterback.
Does he have the touch needed at that position?
And is there time to learn how to play football in the NFL? And again, I'm going to go back to this whole guys who play quarterback through high school, through college. Is it a different level? Is it a different game? Well, it's a different level. And yeah, it's a different game, but it's the same game, if that makes sense. Guys who've been in a situation, well, I look, if you were in a state championship and you were in it in 30 seconds and had to go the length of the field with 2 timeouts, you've been there before. You can't assimilate that. I mean, you can run that in practice all you want. But when the lights are on and it's live, it's different. And does the NFL, anybody in the NFL, have time to let a guy learn how to be a quarterback? And that was one of my biggest things when they drafted him. He had played, like 11 games of quarterback in his life?
It was an NBA model in an NFL world where teams are realizing that quarterbacks, successful quarterbacks, are playing longer, are staying healthier, are able to do it. You don't need a draft to do that. It's 21 or 22, or has to be 20 years old at the quarterback position. I think we're seeing the evolution of that. And the Caleb Williams draft class highlighted that. When you look at Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May,
They've
Michael
all played
Penix.
a lot of quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. That's the change in philosophy. It's like you don't need just this young guy to develop. No, you need a guy that, has a ceiling, but you don't have to come in and teach to be a quarterback at the NFL.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think, it's a mentality. You hear all the time the term, what's his IQ for the game? What's his basketball IQ? What's his football IQ? And I'm not telling you I don't believe Anthony Richardson's smart. You've got to do it, man. And I don't know that you can learn to play the position. The basics, the core, the feel, the leadership, at the NFL level. Yeah, my gut tells me no, but he could probably still be an NFL player. Now that's going to be a hard conversation, right? This one's going to be an interesting one to watch. 505-246-0610. What would you do, man? You're the Colts. You got Daniel Jones, and I hear you going, he's no good. Well, he's fine. JJ's saying, I don't care. I got to know what I got. I'm throwing him out there. I don't hate that, unless the other guy beats him out. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Listen to 95.9 FM.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Spout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one.
The Aaron Rodgers thing obviously is going to be really intriguing because, well, it's Aaron Rodgers. I guess Tennessee.
There's no question.
So they're going with the rookie, right?
Well, you have number one overall pick Cam Ward.
Right.
Like, he should start. I think where the Colts are, it's the biggest now or never decision.
Is there even another decision to be made?
You have the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints.
Which
the
second round pick.
Yeah.
Shuck, can you hold off Rattler?
Yeah. And
even
Jake Haener.
If Rattler starts, you figure, all right, Shuck's going to play second half of the season. They'll play the future quarterback thing. There's no questions in Tennessee with Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick. But the places of, if this dude's not good, he's not there, it's the Colts.
Well, the make or break season's the Colts. I think it's a make or break for Bryce Young. As much as they want to tell you they believe in him, there's got to be some back of your mind, which is he the dude from the first half of the year or the second half of the year, right? There's just got to be. They've got to make strides. There's people who think they're a sneaky pick to be a playoff team because the roster's really good, and people think if Bryce Young becomes better, then they're going to be good. Well, yeah, everybody. It's funny how many conversations I had with coaches in college football this last week. That it comes down to the quarterback. If my quarterback's good, we're going to be good, right? Wyoming. If my quarterback's good, we're going to be good. San Diego State. Well, I mean, if we can figure out the quarterback thing, we're going to be better, right? Everybody. It's New Mexico. It doesn't matter. But as far as make or break quarterback years, maybe for Justin Fields, although did he sign a 2-year deal? It doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to probably draft a quarterback next year, the Jets. I think Bryce Young, there's not many of those, right? It's a big year for Caleb Williams, but I don't know that I think it's make or break. I think they got too much invested in him that they're at least, another year deep. What about Tua? He signed, right?
He signed. That feels like more Mike McDaniel situation.
That's probably right.
Every quarterback could move, but I don't think it's a year that Tua's either not a quarterback next year for the Dolphins or somewhere else. Like it just feels like Anthony Richardson could find himself as QB3 somewhere else, as opposed to just the guy that someone would trust and have, that Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield opportunity.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to think. Where else is it? I mean, the Giants are. I think we know Russ is a 1-year stopgap. They're getting a new quarterback next year, right?
Well, they have a quarterback.
Russell Wilson and they got Jackson Dart. Yeah, they went with Jackson Dart. Yeah. Michael Penix will be interesting to watch and see how that plays out because you've got such a small sample size. What about Seattle? Is Sam Darnold a 2-year stopgap for them, or do they think that's a longer-term solution there?
I think they're playing a longer-term game with Sam Darnold.
I think Seattle and Vegas are in the same boat quarterback-wise. They got a guy in, Geno Smith in Vegas and Sam Darnold, that they would like to believe is their guy for the next 4 years probably, but probably aren't as convinced, and they need to play well. I think they're in the same kind of situation. I'll give you the guy. And it's not even Justin Herbert. It's Trevor Lawrence. Now, they're not going to get off at Trevor Lawrence because they paid him and the potential. And that dude needs to have a year. Doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's still not even anywhere close. Like, Trevor Lawrence would immediately get another starting opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's right. But I mean,
Anthony Richardson is, hey, you can come in and be our backup.
Yes, maybe. Yes, maybe. Yeah. The other really interesting quarterback thing is Cleveland, by the way. And we've completely, as far as the competition, I think we know. People are saying it's going to be Joe Flacco. I'm not completely convinced. If one of the rookies has a great camp, I would not be shocked if one of the rookies, Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, start in Cleveland. Would you?
Yeah, this is one where there are 3 dudes I could see taking snaps week 1.
Yeah.
And you can talk yourself into each one of them.
And it's not Kenny Pickett, right? That's the one where I'm like, okay, if there's an odd man out, and like, if you're telling me one of those guys is not going to be on the roster, to me it's relatively easy. It's going to be Kenny Pickett. Now, I might be wrong. I just don't see them cutting their 3rd-round pick or trading him. And they're keeping Shedeur. And they're keeping Joe Flacco. So I just don't know how Kenny Pickett is going to me, if somebody gets hurt in camp, Kenny Pickett's going to be the guy that gets traded for a 5th-round pick. 6th-round pick? 5th round? I mean, right? He'll be a stopgap on somebody's roster. You don't think it's a big year for Trevor Lawrence? Because I agree with you. If he gets cut, he's a starter tomorrow.
Well, I think there's a lot of quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence where it's a big year, but he's not. Like, that's a dude that would immediately get another opportunity.
I agree with that. 1,000% I agree with that. By the way, I think he's going to have a big year. Now, I might have said that last year, too. I just think now he's finally got a second year in a system, right? They didn't have a coaching change, correct? So he's got a little bit of consistency.
No, they did.
Did they have another coaching change this year?
Liam Cohen, their head coach this year.
Who was their coach last year?
Not Liam Cohen.
So another coaching change. Who was their coach last year? I honestly don't remember. All right, fair enough. All right, 505-246-0610. I'll read some of your correspondence when we get back. You've been sending emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Big fight this weekend. It is tomorrow. It is going to be Holloway versus Poirier 3. They're going down. It's tomorrow, right? That's where it is. Twin Peaks is your spot to go watch it. Twin Peaks is your fight destination. Make sure you mark your calendars. I mean, you don't have to mark your calendars. Just set your alarm now. Get yourself to Twin Peaks. That is your spot for all of your fights. No cover. I tell you again, UFC 318, Holloway, Poirier, third time they're doing this. Tomorrow at Twin Peaks, no cover. Bud Light buckets for just $14, $3.99. Cheap shots all day Saturday. It's one of the most anticipated rematches in UFC history, so do not miss it. Get yourself over to Twin Peaks. And from July 18th, which would be today, all the way through the 24th next week, you can enjoy Summer Savings Week at Twin Peaks. Save big on your favorite food and drinks every day, and whether you're there for the fights or whether you're there for the flavors, Twin Peaks will have you covered all week long. The next week, it is National Tequila Day and Summer Bikini Bash at Twin Peaks. Celebrate National Tequila Day. They know their tequila. They got hot top shelf stuff like the House Margaritas, Tequila Sunrise, Bold Sincoro Margaritas sold and served over an ice ball with a tahini rim. And then the Summer Bikini Bash, the 27th through the 31st. Cool off with your favorite Twin Peaks girls. Enjoy specials on shots, cans, cocktails, and martinis. It's the ultimate summer send-off, and it is only at Twin Peaks.
95.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. located on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream.
How you doing? Good. How you doing? It's Friday. Yeah, no.
Give me a hole if you got your
You know how I know? Come on, man. I just did 2 nights in Vegas. What do you expect? All right, opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Harold says Wyoming's volleyball schedule's been out for weeks. They gallop on the 16th, followed by a Denver friendly on the 20th. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that they're redoing schedules. Is Wyoming's league schedule out? Does it include Grand Canyon? I don't know where the volleyball schedule is. I guess I'm not very good at this. JJ, do you know what the volleyball schedule? You got the Lubbock women's soccer schedule?
Yeah.
Is it out? Is Grand Canyon on it?
Not yet.
Oh, it might change. So it's not out yet. I mean, it's out, but
Well,
it's going
it's
to be
out,
changed.
but they have
to
to
change
figure
it.
out where to put that game.
All right. I don't know what to tell you now. Go. Did you check the league site? How about that, sir? Go to themw.com, click on sports, go to volleyball, go to schedules. I'll bet it's there, even if it's not on Go Lobos, and it might be out. This one's from Gopher. He says, we can do more than one thing at once, Jeffrey, but we aren't. Your story of being needlessly stuck in traffic yesterday proves that. I wasn't stuck in traffic. It was going the other way. How many decades we talked about needing more bridges across that river? Yeah, but see, that wouldn't have prevented when a truck rolls over on I-40 westbound at University. That has nothing to do with the river, does it? How is that going to prevent that? A truck rolled and blocked off the freeway. But sometimes stuff happens, man. Probably shouldn't shoot at it. I'm just guessing. Robert wants to know who's Addie, my daughter, rooting for Lobos in Michigan. Easy answer. I mean, Michigan. It's where she goes to school. It's her alma mater. Dad, she told me last night, I'm nervous about this one. I said, what are you nervous about? What if the Lobos win? Lobos are 35-point dogs. I said, baby, relax. No, man. She goes to Michigan. She loves Michigan football. She's like, Dad, I love New Mexico, but this game, I'm like, yeah, you are. How much money we giving to that school every year? Yeah, you are. you can't hold. I mean, you can if you want. Can you hold that against her?
No.
Right? It's your alma mater. I'm from New Mexico. Want them to do well, but yeah, get it. Kind of always love your alma mater, man. And it's not even her alma mater yet. It's her current school. She's right in the middle of that. Is it weird that I got a University of Michigan pen in my hand right now, by the way, as we're doing that?
Not weird at all.
That was coinky-dink. All right, Haotong Lee's taking the lead. He's 5 under on the day, 9 under overall at the Open Championship. 1 stroke better than the American Brian Harman, who put up a 6 under 65 today. The lefty. Matt Fitzpatrick at -7, 2 strokes back. How's your boy Scotty Scheffler doing? He's 1 under today after 4. He is 4 under and 5 strokes back. Keegan Bradley -3, Rory McIlroy -3, Ludwig Oberg -2, John Rahm -2, Ricky Fowler -1. Where's Mickelson? Did he drop off? Jordan Spieth is even. Come on, I can't find Phil Mickelson. He was right in that -1 area. Where the hell did he go? Falling. Xander Schauffele, even par. All right, 505-246-0610. Come on in today. Bryson DeChambeau +1. He's 1 over par. Is Bryson DeChambeau. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Howard, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. Been a minute. Glad to hear you.
Good. Yep. So, hey, it's a tough time of year. The sports world is dead. Cruising through the channels last night, and the best thing I could find to watch was reruns of Gunsmoke.
How was that?
Well, it's great, but it still brings up the never answered question: did Matt and Miss Kitty have something going or
Absolutely.
not?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I hope so.
But yeah, I hope so too. Anyway, of course Addie's going to pick Michigan, and you can't blame her. She's establishing roots of tradition and her alma mater and what have you. So of course she is.
Yep.
The big question is anybody going to lay the points on the Lobos?
All right, so what's the number that makes you say, all right, I'll take the Lobos? It's at 35 right now. Feels like people are saying it's not enough. A couple people said when it gets to 42.5, they're going to think about it. You have no idea what Michigan is, although they're Michigan. They're going to probably start a freshman quarterback, so there could be a little nerves. But hell, I mean, you got your quarterback played the Kibbe Dome in front of 12,000 last year against Montana State, and now he's going to be in the big house with 110,000 against Michigan. I mean, you think there's going to be some nerves on that sideline with New Mexico?
Well, I imagine there may be on both, but especially with a new coach coming in, what have you, they're really going to want it, and I hope they play hard. But 35 doesn't feel like enough, and that's kind of a little crazy. But I think maybe 38. 42, somewhere in there.
So 35, you're taking Michigan. If you want to, get it now. Because I don't think it's coming down.
I don't know that I'm going to bet it at all.
I think if you want it, go get it now, because I don't think it's coming down.
Yep. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you a call back on Monday and let you know my final decision on Matt and Miss Kitty, because I think I'm going to be watching a lot of Gunsmoke.
Right.
Not a lot of sports this weekend, guys.
Now enjoy the Open Championship this weekend. There'll be some baseball.
Have a great weekend.
All right, later. I'm not sure about Matt and Miss Kitty. I didn't watch a lot of Gunsmoke. That never was my thing, but enough to know. 35, JJ. I think you and I both thought it would open about 42.5, didn't we? I did. That's kind of where my guess was. I took the picture, though. I at the circuit the other day. All right, we'll wrap up your week when we get back. 505-246-0610. Still have time for you to get in. Everything you got to know as you go through your day. Hey, summer now in full swing. Make sure your car is protected for your next adventure. It's On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They will come out to you. They offer ceramic coating and paint protection film. It keeps your car looking flawless, and you'll guard against the rock chips and the bugs, the UV damage. You keep that showroom shine through every summer adventure. And while you're at it, talk to them about getting your windows tinted for a cooler, more comfortable drive. They've been voted best in the city, and there's a reason. You know why? Because they're the best in the city at what they do. They will also come out and detail your vehicle. That means clean it everywhere, under the hood, places you don't get, under the seats. That new car film. Remember the day you took it off a lot? Like, it was fun to be in your vehicle, right? And everyday life beats that up. I get it, because mine's about ready too. Have them come out and detail your vehicle at the office, at the house, wherever it is that it works for you. You get that brand new feel without the brand new price. It's On the Spot Automotive Detailing. You can book and buy, make your appointment today. Everything done right there online. It's OTSdetailing.com. That is OTSdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal, to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nm.
Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck, what do you got to know as you go through your day? The Open Championship, people will be talking about that, is the final major of the year in professional golf. Hao Tong Lee is your leader. He is -5 on the day and -9 overall, 9 under par. One better than Brian Harmon, the American lefty who shot 6 under today. It is 8 under. Matt Fitzpatrick at 7 under. He's still on the golf course. And then Robert McIntyre, Rasmus Højgaard, and Terrell Hatton and Harris English at -5. Look at this. Scotty Scheffler's at -5. Scotty's making a move. What did our guy Ben tell us, man? That's where he goes? He was there. He and I both like McIntyre. I also like Fitzpatrick, and I like Terrell Hatton. Let me guess. It's Friday. Am I right? Yep, Friday, final segment. Terry, you're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ. Thoughts and hugs to all family members, and have a wonderful weekend. First thought is I hope Kyle Schwarber, it's not a curse. Fun thing. It was a great way to end the All-Star game, but he's accomplished a lot of really good things, real things in baseball. I don't know how the scorekeepers put that down.
Yeah.
But, you know,
that's what somebody was saying. How do you score that, man? You got your book, and like, I've never had a score in my scorebook, a home run off or a swing off.
Yeah, it's just like, how do you get 3 home runs in the same at bat? How much has this scorekeeper been drinking? But that. Also, I've been watching and listening. I kind of like the European announcers' verbiage. It's different. I kind of like the way they address it. It kind of entertained me somewhat from that way of how they call things and all that. And I know quarterback golf's different than football, but a lot of quarterbacks would rather play in the rain than the wind. Of course, they'd rather play in good conditions, but the wind's the worst. So maybe the scores will go up even with the rain as long as the wind stays down from that end. From that standpoint, family stuff, I'm hoping Addie comes on before she goes back home so she gives us a play-by-play of what you guys are going to do the day of the game, like how many beer bongs, Jello shots. Give us a play-by-play. And then here's something. When my son came home and said, I'm in love with a girl from Missouri, I was like, what? Oh, my God. So, she's a wonderful lady, but I was like, oh, and I thought he taught him better, from Kansas. But so if Addie someday comes home and says, there's this really nice guy from Ohio, oh, that's going to be a tough one for you, Dad, to say how she would handle that. But,
well, it's not even the from Ohio. It's just the first part of your sentence. There's this guy, and it's like, that's where I black out. I don't give a damn if he's from Montana, Ohio, Florida, New Jersey. I mean...
Yes, that is stuff have to deal with and say, oh, but you want to be happy and all that. But yeah, I'm learning that. I even tried to help the person who came by. We rescued some dogs, and her ties were the other way to the other school. I said, well, yeah, you don't mention that one up north. And she actually said she had a brother that went to both Ohio State and Michigan. So I don't know. Are you hated by both schools if you go to both? Versus life and all that. But you never know that way what'll happen and all that. But yeah, just a little bit of that, and then know the trip coming up, and it'll be wonderful, and all that for you guys to enjoy, and 100,000. Is the Michigan coach? Does he get a coach?
Sharon Moore? Yeah, he's taken up. What he said he's doing the first game, JJ. Right? What he picked. It was the Nebraska game and the Central Michigan game. He opted to serve his suspension. Wasn't that right? He's doing the first game though. Sharon Moore is. Yeah.
So he
got to pick. He got to pick when his suspension would be. Yeah.
If that's his choice, he'd rather coach against New Mexico than Nebraska.
Well, it was something about he wanted to be there for the home opener and the opener for his new quarterback, and I don't know. There was something about it. No! I'll tell you why. Because they play Texas the next week. And he wanted to be there for the Texas game. Not Texas. Okay. They go to Oklahoma. They play Oklahoma the next week.
Okay.
They go to Oklahoma.
Okay. Well, I just
That's
up that wondering how it'd be, because I don't know if the backup guy would try to run it up or not.
Yeah, he wanted to be there for the second game, dude. So, all right, man. Enjoy the weekend.
I bet the Lobos in the first half. Bet them in the
Bet 'em-
first half.
that's not a bad bet.
They might wear down.
That's
But
not
all right,
bad.
you guys have a great weekend.
All right.
Take care.
See you. Yeah, that's what it was, right? He wanted to be there for the Oklahoma game, and so he couldn't do like one here and one there. It was a 2-game concurrent suspension, and that's what that was. He mentioned something. Maybe I forgot about this. Who was the American tennis player that got into the quarterfinal? Was it Ben Shelton from TCU? When I was in
Yes.
Texas last week, I was listening. They were running on sports radio there on the ticket an interview with Ben Shelton did when he won, and the woman, the on-court interview after a match, and he was at TCU. I heard you played, I believe, American football in college, and you were a quarterbacker. How is being a quarterbacker in American football like playing tennis? He's like laughed. Right? And he says, I not very much. I mean, the competitiveness, whatever. And he says, and when I was a quarterbacker, he said,
quarterbacker.
Yeah, as you're a quarterbacker, I believe, in American football when you played in the college. Yeah, it was pretty good. All right, thanks to Ben Gasper, the head pro at the beautiful San Diego Golf Club, for spending some time with us today. Interesting week this week. I'm not good at this anymore. Not that I ever was. That's throwing the garbage ball into the garbage. The Herd with Colin Cowherd will be next. Jim Rome Show will be after that. That's the way to do it, the hook shot. 2 Men On is here at 4 with Van and Fred, and then you get Isotopes Baseball back at it. I believe it's Joe Traub. Is that who's filling in tonight? For Josh, they'll play Reno. They're out of the ballpark. He's JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you.
Huge.
Enjoy it. We're back Monday with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. Please have a great, safe weekend. Be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros all your favorite talk shows.